Hi, how y'all doing today? Today we're going to be working on the E92, and we're going to be doing the inlets on it. And I'm going to start by taking this off, and then reaching there and take off the fan and the franchise, and then putting it in and start going from there. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to get started on that. This had regular screws in there, but it's not typically the type of screws you put in there. But this is a Phillips screw in there, so we're going to use that and just remove it. And then take that out. Let me just remove this out the way. Just aim the camera up. All right, so I'm going to be taking this off, and this does have little clips on each side. I'm going to be pulling that to get it out the way, because we're going to take the fan shroud out. But I'm using one hand, so that's not really working for me. But I'm going to take this off, and then below here, it's going to be a little hard to see, is a little clip right there. It's kind of dark to see. Let me see if I use this flashlight and aim and give a better aim on it. If you can see that. It's not a real, can't really show you, but that has to come off right there. See what I'm aiming at? That has to come off. So I'm gonna push that in to loosen that up so it'll slide right out, and do the same thing on this side. See if I can aim the camera. It's kind of dark down there. All right, right over there, okay? So again, just pull down on these two tabs and pull out. I loosened it, so now you could just see. Let's get that out the way. And after that, now I'm gonna be pushing this out of my way. I might have to use a tie strap. You have these, you have to take these off to get that off of the way. And I'm gonna put a tie strap and move it over here, pretty much out of the way. It might run around. Okay, it goes right there, that's good. So now I'm just gonna pull this out. All right, so I'm underneath the car now, and this bolt has to come out. This is a number 10, and gotta take this off. And this is hooked to the pump. So take this off, get it out the way, and then we should be able to push this up. See how it's moving in now? Just be able to push it up to get it out. So I'm just gonna move this out the way. And I'm gonna go back up top and loosen it. All right, so now I push it halfway up. So this is where we are now. So I'm just gonna lift on it and pull it, make sure everything clears. So I'm using one hand to get it up. Okay, so it was stuck on here, so let's get it out the way. All right, so I was able to get it out with the one hand business. So now I got it out. So this is what it looks like here. So I have more clearance to do what I got to do now. While I'm moving these, be very careful with this line. They're very easy to break, but this one was upgraded to a more flexible one. But yours might be so brittle that as soon as you start moving it around, it breaks. So be very careful with this. And this goes into your coolant. So you really can't see the bolts right here, but there's one bolt around here. Loosening that one, and there's another one further down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna reposition the camera so you can see it. So here are the bolts right here. There's one, and then the other one is back here. I loosened them up. So then after that, you could just start moving this out. So it's right here. Just gonna start moving these out. Disconnect this, get this off of here, and to pull it apart. This was a number 6 I used. You could use a flathead screwdriver on that. This was a number 6 I used. You could use a flathead screwdriver on that. All right, we're gonna pry these wires off of here. This one might be no. So now that's out the way. So that will loosen up the hose itself. So now it's loose, see? Once you get that loose, you get the hose out of it, you can have more play. Next, we're gonna take these off and snap these loose. This is a number 10. There's another number 10 down further below. Let me see if I can aim it down there. Let's follow that socket. See right there, there's a number 10. So loosen that. And there's another one on the other side, but it seems to be gone. It's not on there, but it's pretty much right down in this area. That one is missing. And now I'm gonna take this one off. That bolt, I'm gonna just take it off when it comes up. So just pull this out of here. And then we have these on the bottom. So these we could either put on the side or take it off. So I think I'm gonna take it off and just label which one it goes to which. That which one goes back to here and which one goes back to that one. So I remember. And I'm just gonna get that out the way for more clearance. So this is my labeling system. I just do one, because the other one automatically, you're gonna know goes back onto that side. So we know that this goes back on here. All right, so now I'm gonna just maneuver this thing, just trying to get it off. So right here, move this hose out the way. And then it's connected back here, so just gotta just pull it off. So it's already off from there, as you see. Oh, so I'm about to take it out, but it's getting stuck right here. So I'm gonna remove the charge pipe just to get clearance to get it to move out the way. So I'm gonna do that now. But you see that this is a different setup. But all right, so I got the charge pipe off. I didn't show you how to do that, but charge pipe is out of the way. And now I'm just gonna remove this to get to it. It's good for it. Now I'm gonna be installing the inlets. It's kind of tricky trying to maneuver it and push it around to get it in. Let's move this wire out my way. Now I'm just gonna push this on nice and snug. Now just gonna to get this all the way into this corner. So this way it was hugging up on, but we'll just get it past that. There you go. So I'm just gonna try and position this clamp so I can get it on there. So I'm gonna get on it nice and tighten it up. I was able to go ahead and tighten up to put the strap back on there. The video is not getting too clear to see, but this is it right here. I just tighten it back down on here, and now I'm running it back over here and setting it back here. So once I do that, I gotta find a way to not let this touch and hit the pulley or the belts. So at the end, I'm gonna zip tie it or figure something out for it not to touch this. We don't want that to happen. So now I'm gonna be installing the charge pipe, putting everything back together and tightening it down so I can get ready to move on to installing the inlet in the back. Now I'm just gonna put this back together. Remember earlier, I marked it, so this one went on here. And this other one went on the other side. I'm just gonna put those bolts back in. This one is so deep. So two ways I could do. I could just use a magnet and put it on to start it. Or if that don't work, I just put some tape on the socket and then put it on there. Let's see how this work out for me. Okay, and let's put it on in. When I put on it, I'll just start turning a little to get it to start. So that worked out. So now I'm just gonna tighten this back down. Yeah, I got some long extensions. All right. So that's done on that part. What I gotta do next is hook up back these hoses. All right, so moving along. All right, so now I'm gonna put the fan in. So got the fan back in, but now I'm gonna attach this back. Let it snap back in. And I'm gonna zip tie some tie straps right over here to keep it away from touching the pulleys. I'm about to do that in. All right, so back here, I'm loosening this up. I had to get this tool. It's a T30. I'm loosening it up just to pull this off. It's in a tight spot. When it comes to tight spots, you need some special tools sometimes just to get in there. And this is what I'm using just to get it in there. So it's almost off. A couple more turns. Put it back on there. A whole lot more turns, seem like, just to get it off. All right, I have some bolts that I got to take out. One here, and some over here. I took off of some of the screws off, and there's another bolt right under here, and there's another one further back. This is for the subframe, for the support. Once I take those out, drop this, and then I'm gonna take out this one just to get to the inlet. So I'm about to do that now. And the bolts that I took out, these are 16s, and over here these are 10s that come off for the under panel. This one is definitely not lining up. So I had to grab a, not an impact, but a regular socket to get into it. So couldn't get it on there, so I had to use this. Same number 16, but no impact and a regular socket to get to it. All right, so right here I got the socket on the V-band, and it's a number, I think a number 13. I'm gonna just loosen that to take off one of these down pipes. I started to remove these bolts. I'm gonna take these bolts off just to be able to get over there, just to get all that taken off. And I might have to take these off also, just to push the muffler back to get clear. And to do that, you got some bolts right here. You gotta take these bolts off to push the muffler back. And then come back here. These may not have to move it to take it off, but just to move the whole muffler back. So I'm about to do that, but just to give you an idea what I'm working with. So I'm about to cut this pipe. You really can't see it. It's so far up. So the black right there, that's the pipe that needs to be cut. I had to take off these bolts just to get around the pipe. So these is all off. The down pipes is off. And then once I've been cut the pipe, then I can start moving and maneuvering to get that inlet out. All right, so this is where I had to cut. I had to put the video on pause so I can cut this area. So cut it right there where the Sawzall. Pull this out. Oh, got my safety glasses on. So, and now this is got to push up and pull out. All right, so there's no other way to get it out. You got to cut it out. All right, so now I should be able to pull it out, but let's give it a try. Well, it goes down. got it out. So I had to cut there just to get it off an angle. All right, so now it's time to put the new one in. All right, so after I took these off, I was able to pass through and put the inlets in. So now I'm just bolting these back up because I had to remove these to get to do the inlet. And now I'm putting these back together, which is the brace number 16s I'm using to put these back on. Once I put this back on, I'm gonna lower back the car and then finish it up from up top. We'll have to put this bolt back in. Line it back up. All right, so I'm about to put this back. See, as I was able to route it back around, so I'm just gonna put this on now. Let's go back here. Let me see if I can show you. And this is it. And then actually, what I'm gonna do before I put that on, I'm gonna put this on first and then drop it right over it. Probably easier. I'm gonna get mine and tighten it down. All right, so we'll start to put this filter back in. So here I'm just installing the catch can back. So got this one wire. This wire is gonna go back on here. I already put this back on here for the fuel rail. That's back on. I'm just gonna set this up for the catch can is back in. And I'm gonna probably put some tie straps on here. And then this, I need to put this back over there. But before I do that, I'll just move this out the way. All right, so I'm gonna hold on to these. I'm gonna tie strap this over here. Let's tie these on the other.
do one more for the cash can.
Yeah, to hold that in place. Yeah.
This way.
Let's put one for the cash can right around here. Let's grab another tie strap. Reach under there.
Yep.
All right. So now we're just gonna just put this on. Just putting back on the cover. Put some screws back in here. Let's close it back up. I'm just double checking to make sure. Oh, this is close. Oh no, this is too close. Gotta figure out if you can see this part. Just looking down here how close that is. Gotta figure out how to make it not so close. Alright, pop the tie strap on it and tighten that back. So everything is bolted back up together. Everything looks good. So now I'm gonna just put a tie strap on that to hold it over and start the car and see how it is. I'm about to start it up and see what's going on.
The key.
Should be in there, no?
No, I think we took it out already.
Alright, job done. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Jack's Auto Repair. Peace out.